In our previous video, we talked about why Bitcoin's maximum supply is 21 million and not 50 million or 100 million. In explaining that, we talked about Bitcoin's block time. That is how long it takes for the network to create a new block. And somebody asked me, why is it 10 minutes? Why not 15 minutes? Why not 20 minutes? The reason why a lot of people are asking me why it's 10 minutes, why it's 210,000 blocks, why it's whatever, is because they think perhaps there's something there that could be, a mistake or an accident. No, literally everything about the network is deliberate. It's actually why sometimes I think this guy must have been from the future, because it's like he saw the problems we might have in the future and provided solutions to those problems back in the past. There are networks right now that have a way faster block time than Mr. Bitcoin. Solana creates a new block every 400 milliseconds and XRP creates a new block every 3 to 5 seconds. So why can't Bitcoin do that? Because 10 minutes seems like nothing, but it's actually quite slow. So why can't it be faster? Well, it all comes down to this. This is what we call the blockchain trilemma. You see, all crypto blockchains must only choose two of these. You can't have all of them. So whenever you want to invest in some new crypto thinking that it could be the next Bitcoin, ask anybody that is telling you to invest in it, how does it overcome the blockchain trilemma? From their answer, you will instantly know what the problems might be with that crypto, of course, for its given function. So here we have decentralization, security, and scalability. So if a network is sufficiently decentralized and secure, it can't be scalable. Now, note that when we say it can't be scalable, we're not saying that it can't be scalable in an absolute term. We're talking about it in sort of degrees, yeah? So like 1 to 10, it could be like 2 or 3, yeah? So it's not like absolute, like 0. And if a network is scalable and secure, it is not decentralized. Again, we're not saying it's not decentralized in an absolute term. We are saying in some type of degree. Now, this term, blockchain trilemma, was coined by Ethereum's founder, Vitalik Buterin, in 2017. So it was probably realizing why Satoshi Nakamoto couldn't make Bitcoin faster. Solana and XRP are in this camp, scalability and security. Bitcoin and Ethereum are in this camp, decentralization and security. Now, you might be like, why didn't Satoshi Nakamoto decide to make it scalable and secure? Why did he go with decentralization and security instead? And that, my friend, would be a very good question. He didn't do that because the core component for cryptocurrency, for blockchain technology, is decentralization. This is the most important thing for all of crypto. If you get this, you will obviously get this. You remember that on the Bitcoin white paper, it's written clearly, and if you have not read this white paper, then you should. You end up in some embarrassing situation where you don't even know what the white paper says. So, it's written clearly here that a purely peer-to-peer version of electronic cash would allow online payments to be sent directly from one party to another without going through a financial institution. So the whole idea of Bitcoin is to allow us, you and me, to exchange finances directly without needing a third party. So how would the transactions be verified? They can only be verified if we have like a community of people verifying the transaction. So if like 1,000 people are all verifying the same transaction and saying that, okay, Mr. A has given, say, 10 BTC to Mr. B, everybody is saying that if they all agree that, yes, I have given you 10 BTC, then it is registered on the blockchain that I gave you 10 BTC. I can't come later to say, no, I did not give you, or I gave more. No, I can't do that. So the whole idea, the whole purpose, the core of crypto is decentralization. When you have that much decentralization, the nodes or the computers here will need time, because these computers are all over the world, yeah? They will need time to all agree on any transaction. Now, if you have a block time of 5 minutes instead of 10 minutes, you will end up with orphan blocks. You might be like, what the hell are orphan blocks? Well, orphan blocks are valid and mined Bitcoin blocks that are not included on the main blockchain. So on the Bitcoin network, you have the main blockchain. When these miners or nodes here mine blocks, they have to include those blocks on the main blockchain via a consensus. If they can't all agree due to time delays, then the rest that mine their blocks later will be left with orphan blocks that can't be included on the main blockchain. So that's why it's not 5 minutes. 10 minutes is more of a sweet spot. It's a deliberate time chosen for consistency and predictability, not just some arbitrary time. So you have understood why it can't be made faster, like Solana, which is about 400 milliseconds, or XRP, which is about 3 to 5 seconds, because of the blockchain trilemma. And you have also understood why it can't be made slightly faster to about 5 minutes, because you will end up with orphan block. Remember that these nodes are literally all over the world, yeah? So it's not just in one country or one place, it's all over the world. I know some people will be asking, why do we need to learn all of this? Why is it important? Well, you need to understand this if you are going to catch the next big thing. You need to know what made this first big thing work in order to potentially catch the next big thing. It can't be a guess. You have to understand what exactly made this one work in order to understand what will make the next one work. And the next one will not be in the same payment category. So you have to understand a lot about how this works.